Hello and welcome to Shannon Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So in today's video, I wanted to go to my local Home Depot to check out what plants they've currently got in stock and wanted to take you guys along with me. I'm so excited to go check it out. I haven't been there in a while. So with that, let's get to it. All right, you guys, we are here at Home Depot. Let's go look and see what they've got. They have annual salvia for $7.98 in this pretty bluish purple color. I actually have this variety planted currently in my containers at home. Annual salvia comes in a variety of colors and attracts hummingbirds, butterflies, and other pollinators. They are heat and drought tolerant and are noted to be deer resistant. If you're interested in learning more about deer resistant annuals and perennials, please make sure to check out my videos linked in this video's description. This is absolutely one of my favorite perennials, and that is the lovely garden phlox. The garden phlox here is called early red and is this bright pink color, but you can also find them in a variety of colors. Garden phlox attracts butterflies, bees, and other pollinators. If you'd like to learn more about garden phlox, I'll put a link to my garden phlox video in this video's description to check out as well. Here we have Agastache Orange. This is a lovely pollinator-friendly perennial that I've added to my garden in the last couple of years and comes in a variety of colors. It's noted to be deer and rabbit resistant, and I've found it to be a long bloomer in the spring and summer seasons. Blanket flower is noted as a heat-loving perennial that does well in full sun and comes in a variety of colors. The one I have here is labeled as Gusto Paprika, and I think the color is so pretty and really reminds me of a beautiful sunset. These plants are noted to be hardy in USDA zones 3 through 10. Here they have the Stella d'Oro daylily for $7.98. This is a really hardy daylily that you probably see commonly planted throughout the landscape when you're driving around or going shopping. I find that these plants are used everywhere and with good reason, as they're known to be quite easy to maintain. They are noted for full sun and good for USDA zones 3 through 10. They have knockout roses marked down to $19.98. Knockout roses are extremely hardy. I have many planted in my landscape and they bloom from spring until frost. They are noted for USDA hardiness zones 5A through 11A. They have Chrysandra marked at $7.98. Now, Chrysandra is a newer plant that I've tried this year, and it has been a great performer. It's also known as firecracker flower, and it attracts bees and butterflies. This is definitely an annual that I will be adding to my garden next year as well. They have annual lantana hanging baskets for $18.98. These are full sun annuals that attract butterflies, hummingbirds, and bees. Caladium is a part sun annual and is available in a wide variety of colors that they had in stock, which I'll show you guys here. I typically like planting these in my containers and then filling in with flowers and foliage with complementary colors. The caladium that I found ranges in price from $5.98 to $7.98. Vinca is noted as a full sun annual that is deer resistant and drought tolerant. The Vinca that I'm showing you here was priced at $1.98 each. This is an annual that I've planted many times over the years and have even had a few plants reseed themselves, which has provided even more of these pretty flowering annuals. I found Vinca available in light pink, white, and dark pink during this Home Depot visit. They have begonias, which are part sun annuals that come in a variety of flower colors and some different foliage options as well. These are priced at $6.98. I personally like the bronze leaf with the white flowers, which I think looks particularly nice as we transition to fall. This is a new must-have annual for me this year, and that is Angelonia. This very hardy butterfly attracting plant has done so well in my containers and will absolutely be an addition to my garden next year as well. If you'd like to learn more about Angelonia, I'll put a link in the description to the video I released last week about this lovely annual. Mexican heather is a lower growing plant that tolerates high heat and humidity. I love these tiny purple little flowers, and the growth pattern of the leaves actually remind me a bit of ferns. This is recommended for part sun on the label. However, I have seen it recommended for full sun to light shade as well, and it attracts pollinators. Pentas are part of my top 5 annuals that I've planted for years. They attract bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. They had larger size containers of pentas in different colors out front for $7.98, and these smaller containers are marked at $5.98. If you'd like to learn more about these wonderful annuals, please check out my top 5 annuals video linked in this video's description for more information. Purslane is a great annual that I use in containers in the summer. During my visit, I saw a variety of colors that they had available. Now, what's unique about this plant is the flowers open during the day and then close up at night. These plants are extremely hardy and attract butterflies. I've also found that they can drop seeds, so I'll have new plants at the base of my container. So make sure to keep an eye out for those baby plants for additional purslane plants to add to your garden. I absolutely love the color of this lemon coral sedum. This is another plant that I use in my containers not only for its bright coloration, but the unique texture as well. It's noted to be annual except in zones 7A through 11B. I'm in zone 7B, 8A, and Georgia, and have had this plant die back in the winter and then start popping back up in the spring. The Blew My Mind Dwarf Morning Glory is an annual in my zone that's recommended for full sun. However, I've planted mine where it's gotten a little bit more afternoon shade and it's performed very well for me. It has continuously bloomed with very little intervention from me beyond watering, and I absolutely love the pretty bluish purple flowers. Scaevola is an annual that I think I may try next year but haven't planted yet. It's referred to as fanflower or fairy fanflower and is noted to be very easy to care for and its ability to continuously flower even during the hottest parts of summer. If you've had experience with this flower, please let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to hear what your experience is as well. Heuchera is a perennial that's also known as coral bells for its bell-shaped flowers that attract butterflies and hummingbirds. There are many different varieties covering a lovely array of different foliage options, and they had several of those options available during my Home Depot visit. This rose granata is probably my favorite, although it is hard to choose between all the options available. This pretty hosta is called guacamole, which is very easy to see why with that bright green coloration. This would be lovely in a mostly shade or part shade garden with that pretty pop of chartreuse. This ghost fern has a lovely silver green coloration with purple stems. They are noted to prefer full to partial shade and are hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. They have liriope for $6.98, which is a very low maintenance plant that I prefer to use for erosion control in my own perennial garden. This plant has been in my garden for years and it's currently blooming the purple flowers like you see here, which will typically bloom from August through September in my garden. This is another annual that you'll find referenced in my top 5 annuals video linked in the description, and that is the Rhododendrons. These annuals are low maintenance and drought tolerant and attract hummingbirds and butterflies. These were in pre-planted planters and incorporated the red, pink, and white colors in the containers and were marked at $39.98. The sunshine ligustrum is a beautiful chartreuse-colored shrub that is noted as full sun to part sun with growth of 3 to 6 feet high and 3 to 4 feet wide. They are hardy from USDA zones 6 through 10. I really love the pairing of the ligustrum in this pre-planted plaque pot. However, they also have a couple of smaller options that you could plant yourself for a cheaper cost, either in the container or in the ground. I do love how these plants really stand out against the darker container or background and prefer to use this color a lot in my garden as well. This Radiance Abelia is a full sun to part shade shrub and is noted as hardy to USDA zones 6 through 9. It has fragrant flowers from midsummer to fall. This shrub also has foliage that provides interest as well with the variegated leaves and crimson stems. The purple daydream dwarf loropetalum is marked as a full sun to part shade plant hardy in zones 7 through 10. I love these plants with the dark purple foliage and think it would pair so nicely with a chartreuse colored plant as a contrast. This is noted to grow 2 to 3 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet wide, blooming with pink ribbon-like blooms in the spring. I don't believe I've seen this one before, but it's noted as an evergreen variation of the Stella daylily with a long bloom time of spring through fall. Please let me know if you've had any experience with this type of daylily. I'd be very curious to see if it does indeed stay evergreen year-round. The rhododendron PJM is marked as a part-sun shrub and is noted to grow to a height of 3 to 6 feet tall. It's currently showing as marked down in the 6-gallon size from $69.98 to $34.98 at my local Home Depot. They also have the rhododendron called big leaf, and it's noted with a pretty big height range difference of 3 to 20 feet tall. The 10-gallon containers are marked from $119 to $59.50. Now, to be honest, I don't have a lot of information about this plant, but did want to mention it here. They have Encore azaleas, which I found marked at $12.98 each. There are a few different types that I ran across, which include Autumn Royalty, and that averages 4.5 feet tall to 4 feet wide and are hardy in USDA zones 6A through 10. Next, we have Autumn Majesty, which averages 3 feet high and 3.5 feet wide, and also hardy in USDA zones 6A through 10. And then Autumn Bonfire with this lovely red bloom, and that averages 3 feet high and 3.5 feet wide, again in USDA zones 6A through 10. They have the Gardenia August Beauty, which is a delightfully fragrant part-sun shrub that is noted as deer resistant. This shrub grows to 4 to 6 feet in height and is priced at $17.58. Last up are these crotons, which absolutely make me ready for fall with their beautiful range of red, orange, yellow, and green colorations. They have a few different varieties available currently, with a 6-inch container priced at $9.98 and larger containers priced at $19.98. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I always enjoy going and looking at what plants are currently in stock and love bringing you guys along with me. So thank you so much again. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you can be notified each time I upload a new video. All right, you guys, until next time, happy gardening and goodbye.